know when I...
Hello, darling.
Someone's comment.
Now, am I saying your name wrong?
No, you're saying it right.
Am I saying your name wrong?
Yeah.
So I say Cheyenne. Okay, so I am saying it right. I mean, all the time on the lives, I keep saying Cheyenne, and then I just looked at it then I was like, am I saying that right?
The first comment said that if they jumped on the live, they'd be too starstruck to talk to you. And I thought about that, the same thing. I was thinking, like, oh, no, I better not do that too.
Oh.
I'm in New Zealand. Yeah.
So where are you? Are you in New Zealand, darling? Oh, lovely. I love it there. I've been there.
At the moment, but it's...
yeah, it's the same here. It's fucking horrible. So you've been on my lives quite a bit. So you never had coaching with me, did you? And you only been on the lives with me. Yeah,
a long time.
And for quite a while, haven't you?
I think my first time I even asked you a question, I had like, I don't know, there was like 3 paragraphs, and you read out the whole thing, and I was like venting, and then you said, you like, it was like a breakthrough, and I didn't realize until you said it.
Oh, and this was in the Facebook group. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what do you think your breakthrough was? What was it?
SP resented me for being a parent. I think it was because we got pregnant, I got pregnant young out of school, and it was unexpected. And it was unplanned, and I was 7 months pregnant, so I had to be a parent. And then I felt, and then he did come in too, but I felt like he resented me for making him be a parent, in a sense.
Right. Okay. And so things would happen that made you think that he resented the child, or didn't want to be a dad, or little things? Yeah.
Really, he wanted to be a single bachelor and miss out on all of his life because of me.
Right.
So I overgave a lot.
Right.
A lot. And my self-confidence was horrible before I even met you. Like, my first time seeing you was on TikTok, and I was watching your videos. I caught the growling ones. I resonated to them a lot.
Growling ones. Oh, something just happened. It's gone mute. You there? Oh, no. There's a delay and it's lagging. Wait a minute. Yours has gone mute. You've gone mute.
Sorry.
What's happened? Oh, there you go. You're back. You're back. It's all right. You're back.
I'm back.
So, sorry, what were you saying? Oh, I should have gone on airplane mode so that doesn't happen to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I had pretty shitty...
So you're watching the lives. You're watching the lives
on TikTok.
Yeah.
You didn't even go live. It was just like lives that would pop up on my FYP page. And then I didn't realize what you were at the time. Like, I didn't realize that you were not necessarily a coach, but you knew what you were talking about. I thought you were just like the rest of them that, they give you quotes, inspiring quotes, and
what is this scam artist?
I started making sense a lot, and then I found you on Facebook and then YouTube. And because for me,
got it.
SP and I have been together since we were 16, and we're 31 now. And last year, might have been the year before, he cheated on me, and it broke me. After all these years, it broke me, and I didn't like that, because a lot of more bad things happened after he did that, and how that all happened. But that was always something I thought was going to happen, and you said that. You said if you think it's going to happen, it doesn't come from nowhere. That was always I thought was always going to happen with me, was that I was never good enough for him, and I overgave a lot, and our relationship was hot and cold with each other 14 years.
Right.
And then,
wow.
when he cheated, it wasn't only that I was hurt by him, but I didn't like the fact that I still loved him after he hurt me so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to turn it around.
Right, okay.
For my self-concept. I had to realise what my self-concept was.
Right.
And that's what I learned through you. And it was like kind of a desperate state. I was in a desperate state to try and help me rather than get him.
Yep.
But I ended up getting him back without expecting it because my self-concept got better.
So you weren't affirming necessarily for him, you were focusing on you that time. You're affirming for you. Okay, this is the third person who was really affirming for themselves, guys.
Fully about me. And then it was like I did everything wrong first before it made sense for me.
Right.
And that's why I'd ask you some questions in the lives and you'd answer. Sometimes I don't even need to hear you answer. I'd hear what you'd say to me from my questions. So that, it was better. It got
it. Yeah. I've seen you say that on the live sometimes. I already know what the answer is. I've seen you say that.
So I wouldn't need to ask you anything, but it was always nice hearing you talk about other people who are in similar situations and answer them and that I wouldn't have even thought of.
Yeah.
And you'd answer their questions, which answered my questions.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to be in an environment where everyone was where everyone was picking each other up. Like, you've got this.
And you've done that a lot. I've noticed in the lives you help people a lot.
For me, because my old self-concept was already shy to ask you one question. Now I'll answer questions because I know what to say.
Yes. Yeah, that's great. So did you say you got rid of a third party as well?
I got, how I said I did everything wrong first. You said I focused on it too much. Because I asked you, like, how, like everybody else does, and you told me to either ignore her or accept her. And then I think I did an old story of her alone. And then I did, and then I revised the night that my SP cheated. So the moment before he did, I revised that moment and he told me that, no, it's right, I love you because we've got 3 kids together. And
I'll see you. Oh.
Yeah, I revised that instead of him getting up because he had a work do, I revised that he turned to me and the kids and said, oh no, I love you, let's go home. And I just replayed it.
Oh, I love it. And what did you do? So you kind of replayed it in your mind.
And I recorded it and I went to sleep with it. And then that's when he started showing up. Yeah, and he started showing up way more favourable. Like, we've been together for ages, and he's done more for me, affectionately, like, mentally, in the last year that I've known you, than he has in all the years that we've been together.
What? Oh my God! In 14 years? Yeah. Holy shit!
Like,
what? That's crazy. So what's he like now? What's he like now that's different?
He's obsessed with me. Like, he's all constantly checking in, and he'll make me sit next to him to, like, we'll both talk to the kids together, and we'll go do family things together a lot more. You told me to revise or live in the end, and I pictured a moment of us living in the end, and we were holding hands on like our 50-year wedding anniversary, walking down our private beach, And New Year's last year, we did that. And we've never done anything like that ever. Like, we hardly...
Oh, my God. And did you realise at the time, did you go, oh, my God, this is that moment? Or what happened?
Walking down the beach. And because we haven't been home for like 5 years, because we live away from home, and it just happened to be that we were on that beach and we were together, and it was after you, thanks to you, for picking me up and showing me my self-concept and my own worth and what I'm valued. That's when things started changing even more. And then he
that's lovely.
Yeah, we've never been affectionate in that sense. Like, we'll tell each other we love each other all the time, but never to that extent where it's like romantic. And ever since you,
lovely.
He'll take me out for my birthday with the kids. Like, it's so much different than what it used to be that I'm 100% in.
What the hell?
I'm 100% for my self-concept and everything that, like, even if we argued, you said that, to affirm. So he'll come, like, he come home mad from work, something, and he was like, shitty, he was like, can you find the blah, 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 blah. And in my head, I was like, oh, you're going to walk in and I said something, I changed it, and I said, fuck you, love me. Fuck you, love doing shit for me. And then he come back in and he was like, babe, what do you want for dinner? Like, it was like almost switched. It was, it blew me away because
you're like, oh, fucking magic.
He's never done anything. Then, like,
that's amazing. So how long, hang on, I got the time wrong. So Patricia was 14 years. So how long have you guys been together?
16 and we're 31. For like 15 years. Yeah.
That's amazing. And so it was always kind of not affectionate and not the way you wanted it to be for so long. And you were just you were the overgiver.
And I overplease and cater to him, every best we call, because I thought that's how you do it.
And so what kind of stuff were you affirming to stop doing that and stop being that I'm not good enough stuff?
I started off with like a million affirmations that I remembered, and I used to say it all the time, and then you recommended to cut it down. So I cut it down, and I was doing it for, like, I'll play it with my headphones while I'm cleaning or working or all the time. I do it all the time.
Great.
And then I got the Parrot app, so it was looping. I'd be talking to my kids. Even my kids.
That's good.
Because of you, because they used. So
do they?
Like, they'll get into the car and my phone will go straight to the car, to the Bluetooth, and you'll be playing YouTube on a loop. No, just talking.
Me swearing?
Like, you're just...
God.
Buying information or, and now they...
Yeah.
House, they used to ask me stuff like, oh, where are we tonight? Or, are we going to get this house? And I used to tell them, well, if you think we're going to get the house, we're going to get the house. So they do it all the time. Like, yeah, we're going to get this house. This is our house, and this is what we're going to do. They affirm themselves. Even my little 4-year-old.
Good.
He affirms he always tells himself that he's powerful and that he's amazing and he's so strong.
Oh, really? Oh, my God. That's so cool. Oh, how lovely.
I know.
He's going to be amazing as an adult. He's going to be unstoppable, that little kid.
I say it to my older boys, they're 11 and 12. I told them that if I knew at their age, then I will be totally different. So I'm going to make sure that they realise how powerful that they are.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. So I know that you're looking for, I remember on the live that you're looking for a house. So you're in like temporary accommodation at the moment.
We're going from holiday home to holiday home, like every so often, as much as we can.
Yeah. And what do you think is the reason for that? Like, what's your story about why that's happening?
So I thought that we were going to be,
right.
Well, you know, I always said, like, oh, I hope we do find something because I don't want to be homeless. And so I'm thinking that's what got me into it. And then because I was too stuck in the circumstances, I felt like that's why we haven't gotten anything yet. But you've mentioned, I think the last question I asked you, you said to say that or think that you're in it now. And I said to myself the other day that all the houses want me. Everybody wants me for their house. Yeah.
That's good. The houses want me. They all want me for their house. Like I'm the candidate and they all want. They all want me. Yeah. Because I had to do that for this house.
I've got offers, but they're not available until the end of December. So I'm affirming that I've got houses available for me now. Well, they're here now and they're ready for me now. Yep.
Everything's now. Yep. Yeah. So what I want you to do, Cheyenne, every night from now on is I want every time you fall asleep, I want you just to think you're in a different house while you're asleep. So when you're lying in the bed, be like, I love my new house. And think this bed is in a different house. And that house is my new house.
Okay.
Right? So you're closing your eyes and you're picking up that bed in your imagination and you're taking that bed to an imaginary house. And every time you fall asleep and then every time you wake up, think, isn't this so great, this new house? And just live in your bed every time you're in bed. Because I swear to you, that's what Neville used to do. He used to have this thing. He'd be like, fall asleep in the bed that you wish to be in. So in his story, he was in the war, in World War II, and he didn't want to be there. And he kept getting told, no, you can't leave. You can't be dismissed from the war. So every night he would just fall asleep in his bed every night for 3 months. He imagined his bed was his bed in New York, and all it was a shitty bed in the army on a cot, and he was uncomfortable, but he would just imagine, no, there's my baby in the cot there, and there's my wife, and I'm in New York.
That. Yeah.
Right? But every night for 3 months.
About Neville.
Yeah. So I try, that's the story. So then the circumstances just dissipated, and the guy just let him out the army. It was like weird. Right, but I want you to, because your fixation on the homelessness fear, like that's probably what's kept it's back in your mind somewhere. So if you feel at home at night, you feel like you have a home, then you're taking that homelessness idea out.
No, I get that now. I get it.
And where's that coming from? Is that coming from like a background where you were homeless for a while, or someone you know was homeless, or his family was
in my family? So because I live in a different town than my family, than my parents, we always had somewhere to go. Like my parents have always been quite stable. My mum and dad were always stable. I'm not sure, but I feel like it's been more my recent years. Every time a rental, because there's a rental shortage, like it's all of that stuff. Yeah.
It's just that speak. It's that stop watching the news. If anyone says it to you, like, oh, you're finding it hard. How are you finding it, Shane? Oh, the mark. Like, I just used to get, like, stop saying it to me. Like, when people start saying to me, oh, you won't find a house, you better start looking now. You won't find anything. I'll be like, fuck off. Because it's so bad in Australia. People are like, oh, people live in the caravans. People live in caravan parks. People are living in boats. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
Got me into it. And
just block it out. Block it out.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all you need. You just need a few little ideas in your head, and it fucks your brain.
Thinking of where it might come from too, but I think that was it, and it was that fixation. So like last night, I got a message saying that there were houses available in December. So, and that was after I said that so many houses love me. They want me. They want me to rent their house, or whatever it is. And then, literally the next night, I got told that there were houses available in December. So now I'm affirming they're available now.
Good.
And it took me away from the desperation for, from the homelessness side of things.
Yes.
But it's literally since I did the course. So that changed. I've done it, and
you've done the course
again in more detail because I was in the desperate part of my circumstances when I first did it. So now that's changed for me, I'm going through it a little bit more better now.
Yeah. And what did you find in the course that you didn't know before? Is there anything you picked up about yourself that you were like, I didn't know I had that fear? Or
am I allowed to say that? So my fear, I thought it was that I wasn't good enough and that I wasn't chosen and I never get chosen. But it's not even that. It's I think I'm not loved. And my mum.
And where's that come from?
Blew me away. And that's why I couldn't believe that I could, because my affirmations every day was, I'm chosen, I'm enough, I think I said I'm chosen, I'm enough, I'm powerful. It had nothing to do with, because I didn't think that I wasn't loved or I won't be loved. So it blew me away in the course, what come from it, and it's changed everything since then.
Oh, good, okay. Because sometimes you just need to hear, like if someone tells you, and then you go, oh, fuck it, that is it. But because your brain is like hiding it from you, it doesn't want, it's almost like it doesn't want you to know what the secret is. Like, this is the thing that really fucks you. Yeah, and it's like, you're never going to fucking know what this is. We're going to screw you for the rest of your fucking life. Aha! And then in the assessment you go, because people are like, that's not my fear. And you go, but it's the hidden one.
So ever since I changed it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And so now you're concentrating on that. Okay, right.
Getting rid of my third party. I got rid of an old story with her, and around that, because I was focusing on her so much, she was showing up everywhere. And then because before I got into you and focused more on what I had to do, I did all the, I stalked her and I did all of that, and I found all those dumb things.
All those things, yeah.
And then after I think I asked you again another third-party question, and you told me to either accept it or ignore it. And then I told myself that she doesn't mean shit. She doesn't mean shit. And I fully blanked her out, which I thought was going to be the hardest thing ever. And I stopped focusing on her fully. And I seen her one time, and I seen her car, and I seen her number plate, and it was MPU. And to me, that meant that so to me, I seen it as I'm poo. Poo. So I was like, see, she ain't shit.
Yes, you are. That's hilarious.
So random.
That's hilarious.
I've always seen number plates, and that's how I notice people, family or friends. I'll see their number plates.
Oh wow! And so then, what happened? So how did she disappear? What happened?
I don't know if she's still in town or I don't see her anywhere.
You see, that goes to show how much you didn't focus on it because you don't know.
I used to think that I had to know, and I had to know where she was because I didn't want to be there too. Or, I used to do all of that. And then, once I fully stopped focusing on her, she disappeared, and it felt amazing. But she,
good.
Because I'm quite, I believe I'm a nice person. So when that all happened, I used to think, oh, no, she is a beautiful lady. Like, that's okay. Like, I get it. But I stopped doing that. I was like, nah, she's nothing. She's literally nothing compared to, not even comparing to me, but she actually means nothing. I'm not going to give her any meaning. Yeah. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And then she literally disappeared.
Yeah.
And then
that's the way to do it.
He always, because I used to say, oh, he can never get hard for anyone but me. And that's what he said to me. He said it to me, and then instead of thinking other things like, oh, he's like, I gave it that meaning, like, yeah, that's right.
That's right, exactly. You're the second person who's told me that that's worked, and they've actually said it.
And then he always
that's
like,
amazing.
Before I got rid of her, and he fully started coming in for me, he used to say stuff like that to make me feel better, like, or reassure me that she actually meant nothing, and it was
meant nothing. Yeah. Oh, and it was coming out of his mouth to reassure you. Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Ask those kind of questions, because I used to think that SP for me was everything, but I had to turn it around. I'm everything, and that's what I feel like.
Yes.
I didn't realise at the time. So I put him on a pedestal, and I had him up there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And you said instead of kicking him off, just put you up. You know, you didn't say don't kick him off, but you did say put you on the pedestal.
Yeah, it's just hard to when you love them. You can't kick them off if you love them. You think they're great. So it's hard to.
He was like the kind of SP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Kind of SP that I shouldn't have wanted. But because he changed, because I changed,
right,
he completely changed. So I thought, nah, fuck it. I want him.
Right.
And he's going to be what I want. And it's just showing that.
Good,
like,
good.
Even with money, because we kind of grew up.
That's amazing.
So we were kids, having kids, and we like grew up to parent together. And that used to be the meaning I used to give to it a lot. But he is, so like, we were kids and we become adults, so we didn't know how to manage money, and we didn't know how that was supposed to work. Now, because I used to always tell myself, he loves sharing his money with me. He loves sharing his money. And he does it all the time. So
good.
Yeah, no. Like,
what he didn't before.
And I used to give him that. Like, I used to think, like, oh, yeah, okay, your money's your money. I'll let you do that. Yeah. I was that.
And my money's your money.
That. And I think that was okay. And, you know.
Yeah.
Keeping the peace. No, not at all.
Yeah. So now you don't. Yeah. And now you let him buy for you and give to you, and you accept it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That proves that your self-concept's working, because you can willingly take someone buying things for you, or contributing, or
it was like small things. Like, we were having dinner one night, and you know, like as simple as he poured himself a drink and looked at me and then poured me a drink. Like, to me, that it's only small, but he never does stuff like that before. So it's like he was really thoughtful.
Wow. Oh, that's lovely.
Very thoughtful and caring. And I always tell myself, those are my affirmations for him, was that he was kind and caring and loving and understanding, and he loved showing me off.
Yeah.
And everything. And
that's lovely. Yeah.
So I work at his work, and I play netball and he plays rugby for the same club. So we do a lot more things together.
Yeah.
Compared to
that's so nice. Compared to before. Oh, that's lovely. I've just been told off, because I've been told it's getting very late American time. And I'm talking for too long. I've just been told. No, not you. It's me. I'm like too fascinated by the story. But darling, Cheyenne, I'm so proud of you, because I know you've been in my life so much, and I see your name pop up all the time, and you're always so helpful to everyone. I just appreciate you so much, darling, and I'm so thrilled for you. You've had such a massive turnaround, and you've done it all by yourself.
It's been amazing, and it makes me excited again.
Oh.
For one.
Oh, I'm so thrilled for you, darling, honestly. And I'm so thrilled to finally hear the story.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear it over the lives. I wanted to actually hear what it was. So you just imagine yourself in that new house of yours, okay? You sleep in that bed every night in that new house.
For everything.
All right. Oh, that's all right, darling. I'm so proud of you.
Bye.
Bye, darling. Bye. Bye. Hang on. I've got to find the next person. Wait a minute. You hang up, darling, and I'll find the next one. Hang on. Okay, Bernice, I'm going. Bye. So, Berenice, I've pressed you, darling.